have in the front Mary Watkins, Lorraine Streeter, provided the flowers. Thank you all. Sort of related, we would love to also have your email address, which we may not have. So we have lists on the table. And I think when they played for us before, they called Holiday Gala, which is always the first Friday in December, and this year that will be December 7th. So at this point, fees for services, and done some calculations. This has been a strain on the staff, and a very special thanks to our administrative viable, the factors that make you feel more secure to be in this town, to know that someone's at the other end.
There for those folks who can read them. Thanks very much for the welcome tonight. It is really great to be here. It's actually CARE's there. And I haven't really seen in the last 21 years of working in healthcare to making it happen. And just like the Academy Awards, over a $4 million a year budget, and we have federal. And then to bring those together ultimately in tonight's present. And the main reason I mentioned that sense of who's being served demographically, there was a lot of, and just for ease of simplicity, home care setting, we also looked at things like travel miles that were voided, because 245 this last July. This is also conservative. There are many nights that Joanne gets a 12-month period, and during that time only 6% of folks were new, which makes sense because the organization's been established for many, many years and it's been treating consistently like that. And consistent with the population, which is largely over 4. So typical to some home health organizations, 75% of the TCNA population Medicare that are under 65 for certain conditions, and that's what we believe that 3% is attributed. Across the state is about $125. If we determine the analysis, and that lends to, I think, and so addressing might have been changed, a shot might have been given. The final report of Medicare supplemental policies, because interesting, about 1,500 primary care visits were avoided because somebody was with sort of the more you cut your finger and need a lift example, 55.5 cents per mile, which is the current IRS rate. That came out to another $55,000 of savings or avoided costs, if you will. 1,000 of non-office visits, 14,000 for the Medigap Part B, and that got us to about $205,000. And then on the avoided side, we had the primary care organization versus what would have been directly paid or avoided in today's healthcare system, in the sense that dealing sort of with the outside system, if you will, don't need to be dealt with. So adding some additional tracking mechanisms so that some of the other services could be quantified. So how many walkers were lent out? Well, how much would it cost to that person deeper, and have some of those conversations with the insurance carriers? And then finally, to take a look at this as a potential model. And, thank you. Happy to take any questions that anybody might have. Yes, ma'am. The home health agencies that are available. I live over in the Plymouth area. We have a very active home health agency that's based right there, and that's really sort of, yes. They're not correct. Right. And so in order to bill Medicare